going to take my vanilla cake batter. I'm going to divide it in 2 batches. I'm going to leave 1/2 as a vanilla cake batter, and to the other half I'm going to add some cocoa and turn it into what will be the chocolate stripe of our cake. So the vanilla cake will be the white stripe, and the vanilla with the cocoa in it will be the chocolate stripe of the cake. I'm going to take a couple of tablespoons and dump in here. Okay. So here are the two stripes for our cake, the vanilla batter and the chocolate batter. So now let's go over to the Silpat and put these out. So let's lay this down in stripes then, shall we? Alright, so I've laid down my first color, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to go stick it in the freezer for just a minute to set that up before I lay the vanilla down on top of it. So I'll be right back. Un momento. And I'm going to just lay that down just a bit with an offset. Oh, that's going to be really pretty when we're done. Okay, I'm going to put it in the oven. See you back in a minute. Alright, so here are our 6 molds. We're going to set them out like this. And these are actually just cookie cutters, 3-inch cookie cutters. But I use them because I keep them around. They're handy to have. Okay, so I think we're ready to cut. The cake's cooled down just a little bit. Okay, let's make some nice diagonal cuts here. I'm gonna try to eyeball it. We'll see how wonky my lines get by the end of my cutting. Now what's going to be cool is when we flip these over, these ought to have a really pretty diagonal line on them. So how many stripes did I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will be my 6th one. So perfecto. That was just what I wanted. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to start by lifting off this little edge. My 9-year-old twin girls love this part. Oh, see? Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Ah, that's so gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to put that in the scraps. Here's the scraps. Scraps, scraps, scraps. But I mean, gosh, look at that. What a gorgeous scrap, right? Okay, so here's the first one we're going to lift up. Pretty. All right, now, if I'd really been prepared, I would have measured a little piece of paper, but I didn't. So first, oh, I forgot I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the end off. So we have a nice square end to start with all of them. Okay, yeah, more scraps for my 9-year-olds. Okay, those are gonna go there. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Seriously, how pretty are those? Really pretty. Okay, so let's see how long this strip needs to be to go in our form. Look at that. Ah, that's gorgeous. Okay, so we're gonna go in this form. Oh, I just broke it off. Well, that happens, but you know what? Now we have kind of an idea of how long that needs to be. So I'm going to cut off this much. I'm going to lift this one up. These are kind of the base. This is where our Charlotte's going to start. And holy cow, it's going to be so pretty. So you guys can get kind of an idea of what it's going to look like. It's going to be a striped cylinder, right? A striped cylinder that our yummy filling is going to go into, our yummy mocha filling. So there's our 6. Okay. Okay. And now another quick trick. I've got a little trick that I like to use. There's one more scrap. Dude, seriously, that stuff's gorgeous. So I have a lot of tools for bulk cooking. And one of the tools I use, which is kind of a funny tool for the kitchen, but I use an airbrush in my kitchen a lot. I'm going to take these rings and I'm going to use my airbrush to, I've mixed up some Kahlua and Frangelica, 2 of my personal favorites, and I'm going to give each one of these a little spray. It's not enough to soak them, just enough to kind of keep them moist and give it a little extra flavor, make you go, what was that little extra flavor? That tasted really good. I'm going to put a little bit of plastic on these and we're going to set them aside and go make our mocha filling, okay? I'm going to fill my Charlotte with a mocha mousse. instead of custard. So I'm gonna chop up a little chocolate. I'm going to use a little instant coffee. The new Starbucks coffees are awesome for this sort of thing. And then I've got a little cocoa powder and a little hot water in my pan. So I'm gonna get my mousse started here. The instant coffee is what will give it the nice mocha flavor. Okay, so there's 1 tablespoon of that. I'm just going to stir this until it gets all melted. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to whip some cream. All right, so now we're going to start the egg white portion of this. I'm going to take my egg, I've separated out my eggs, yolks and whites. I'm going to take my whites. I'm looking for a soft pink on my egg whites, and I've got that. So I've got my chocolate, I've got my whipped cream, I've got my egg whites. Now you want your chocolate still a little bit warm. Otherwise, when you put in your egg yolks, they will seize up. So I'm going to start pouring in the egg yolks. And I'm going to incorporate those into the chocolate. This, I'm going to put a blob of that in there. Now I'm going to incorporate that in. So I'm going to stir in part of my chocolate mixture, cream. I'm going to fold that in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's awesome. And there's my mousse. Ta-da! I'm going to fill my bag with this gorgeous mocha mousse. I'm going to fill these in a minute. These will be gorgeous, just gorgeous. Aren't those pretty? I'm going to set these up to chill, and we'll come back to them in a little while.